Ho, 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 ho! Happy early Merry Christmas, happy holidays, however you want to phrase it. I'm back in the saddle again. We're going to do 3 reviews in one video. We're going to be looking at the Naughty or Nice collection from Fresh Monkey Fiction. Their holiday themed figures, if you will. Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. We're going to see what these are all about. I've had a chance to mess with them for about a week now, and I'm finally getting this review done. But I figured right around Christmas would be a good time to drop them, so let's go ahead and break things down. Starting first with articulation. All the heads move about the same. What you see here on Santa Claus going up and down is what you'll get. It's on that big ugly ball peg that I hate on figures, but I guess it was a cost thing. It does move side to side really with no issue. And then of course it turns side to side with no issue. I threw all 3 figures in to mix up the articulation here. Let me know what you guys think about that. In terms of the arms, they go up that much, they go down, and they spin all the way around. And you do have some rotation there. That ball peg hinge thing that's popped in there. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it is what it is. In terms of the upper body, you have movement that works like so, all the way around. Jolly old Saint Nick is definitely hula hooping around. It twists side to side, and then as far as going forwards and backwards, it does that, and then it leans in like so. There is some gappage on the back, so you can see that. It doesn't really bother me. I know it's probably going to bother some other people, so it is what it is. In terms of the hands, with the Zombie Santa Claus, we have a hinge that goes up and down like so, and it does rotate. I believe all the regular hands just have a hinge and rotation like so, so not too bad. And then we have rotation at the forearm there and a hinge system. That works. I wish it worked a little better, but I can't control that, obviously. With Krampus here, he's the only one with a tail. So it's a ball peg that pegs in. You got to heat it up. But as you see, it moves around. It's a tail. Now, the tail doesn't have any bendy wire or anything. Now, with the rest of them, you can see how they tooled it. They just put a peg in there and sealed it off. So, yeah. Now, in terms of the legs, Santa can do the splits. Can't kick up that much without any hindrance. And go back like so. So, not too bad. And then we have a thigh cut hidden underneath there. Works pretty good. And then we have a hinge at the knee that moves like so and also rotates like that. So, that definitely works, right? Everybody on board? I hope so. And then with the feet, we have hinging up and down, and then ankle rocking, and then they all have pegs on the bottom for the bases that they come with. So yeah, that's the articulation. Let's kick this off by first looking at Krampus. There's the packaging. If you ever wondered what happened to the Marvel Legend packaging, there it is right there, clogging up the environment. On the back, you can see other figures in the line. It's a nice box. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to keep the box, but everybody always like, can you show more boxes? So, I'm showing all the boxes for these figures. As far as the head sculpt goes, it looks cool. It's not my favorite Krampus head sculpt. I definitely think that the Mythic Legions one's better. But I don't hate this. It could be a lot worse. I do wish there was an alternate head with Krampus, and that's not included, but we'll talk about that more in a bit. As for the costume, all these characters share the same costume. They're just done in a different paint deco, so I don't want to spend a huge amount of time on it, but the greens look good with the black and the brown belt and the brown boots, and it definitely works for the character that they were going with. This is not my definitive look for Krampus by far. As far as accessories go, he's packed full with a lot of items. Out of all the figures that you're going to see here, I think Krampus has, I don't want to say the most, but I think the most bang for your buck. And at $36.99 each, I think that's important to keep in mind. One thing I want to point out here with this Krampus sack, Santa doesn't come with one, but that's a whole other issue. is I think the string's just too damn long. I mean, really, like it's really, really long. But you can store all the accessories in there, which is nice, so you don't lose them. I'll probably end up losing them by the time I have this review posted. So yeah, I mean, once again, super long. I wish he had better hands that could hold it instead of just wrapping it around like so. But what can you do? I mean, this is what we're stuck with, so now you see what it does. Now, as far as his other accessory, he's got this coat here. The coat looks nice. There's no wire in it or anything. The strings on the coat are a little too long to tie around, but it's good enough on the figure. I don't hate it. I like the little hooded look in the back. He looks very evil and macabre. Once again, the fabric and all that seems to be nice. So yeah, as far as accessories, we got a list here, which is cool. We got a stocking that's green with some coal, which is nice. As you can see, there's the coal right there, because, you know, naughty, evil. There you go. He's got a black Christmas present with a green, like, wraparound on it, ribbon. And then he's got green cookies. Who doesn't enjoy a good green cookie? He's got this black and drink that's in a clear glass, so that's pretty cool. It's 2 pieces, you put it in there. So yeah, that's Krampus. Now we move on to Zombie Claus. Brains! Once again, here's the packaging. For all those who care about the packaging, Zombie Santa. I kind of like Zombie Santa the best. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just partial to zombies. I just think he's kind of cool. As you can see, he's got a green design for the zombie look, which is cool. I think it'll fit in pretty good with like those What If zombies that Marvel Legends did. So I think you can fit them in and make it work, which I think is another cool thing. Nice, interesting design choice for those in the zombie fun. His colors are a little more muted. He's actually got a lot more paint because they got the blood stains on there and like some yellow stains. I don't know what those are from. I'll leave that to your imagination. They're either yellow stains or dirt stains. I'm not sure which. But the guy's got a lot of paint on him. I think out of all the figures visually, he catches your eye the best. And then he's got the muted brown boots with the buckle on them. And all that came out nice. I really have no issues with the aesthetic and the look of the guy. I mean, they all share the same aesthetic, but you know what I'm saying. As for accessories, he doesn't come packed with as many as I would like, and especially when you compare it to Krampus. But he's got enough going on that makes him a little fun. So we'll just go ahead and dive into all of those. As you can see, we got axes, we got cookies, we got alternate heads, alternate hands, display bases, hats. You know, we got a lot going on here. As for the cookies and milk, you've seen that with the Krampus. Same here. Coal, like with the Krampus. And then what else do we got? We got a present that he's holding. It's probably got a brain inside. There's nothing in there. You can't open the present, just so. And then here's the evil Santa Claus look. I put this on the regular Santa first because I think the skin tone matches better. But as you can see, it still looks good. It's got a lot of nice paint detail. And it's creepy. And then he's got an axe with the hinge hand right there so you can chop. It's a little small, but it works. And now to the main event. Good old Kris Kringle himself. This is the regular Santa Claus. I looked on the website. It's actually now sold out, which is crazy. But I think if they meet a minimum order, you're going to see more in the next wave for next year. So that's interesting. But good old Santa Claus here. Regular Santa Claus. He's got a nice design to him. He looks like Santa Claus. I can't argue with that. I'm really happy with the way he looks. I like the hat. I like the head. I like the costume. The red's nice and vibrant. It's got a nice Coca-Cola Santa feel to it. That works pretty well. They sculpted the beard pretty good too. And then as for the costume itself, once again, it's what we've seen before, just done in traditional colors. The gold on the belt's got a nice stripe to it. It looks really good. They did a great job with the paint there. And then the trim on the Santa costumes is a nice bright white, and then we got the black boots for this guy with the gold belt buckles, like on the others, but much brighter. So overall, really no issues with Santa Claus here. I think they knocked it out of the park. As far as accessories, I honestly think Santa's a little lacking. Santa doesn't come with a sack. I think you gotta have Santa's sack in order to really enjoy this. I bought the accessory set, and that came with the sack, but I mean, at $36 in tax and shipping, I think they could have included the sack. But let's go over the accessories. We get a cup with milk in it with 2 cookies, different colored plates. We get the list. It's the exact same list that Krampus comes with, just so you know. He's got a pointing finger to pick his nose and call you out for being naughty or nice. He's got the gripping hands that work somewhat okay. And then he's got the alternate head with the wink, looking pretty cool. And then he's got the regular head, which is probably how I will display him. And then he's got these 2 more like open, relaxed hands that work pretty good. And then he's got a red present, as you can see. So not bad, not the greatest. Here's something I wanted to show real quick. This is just something I wanted to do. If you have the Mythic Legion's moose, he can sit on the moose. Can't really get him in the stirrups, but he can sit in it. I think the visual looks cool for those wanting to see that. Now let's talk about comparisons here. We got the Mythic Legion's comparison between Father Christmas and Krampus from last year. I know there's a red version too, but I'm just sticking with the black Krampus here. You can fit the hats on them, like the wreath doesn't fit as well as it could, but it's not designed for this figure, so there's that. But the Santa Claus hat does fit better. As far as swapping heads, you can fit the Santa head on the Father Christmas, but the peg's too small to hold it, and on the Fresh Monkey, you're not going to be able to fit the Mythic Legion's head on. So for those wanting to do a swap, unless you do some sort of modification, it's not going to work, just so you know. And with Krampus, it's going to be the same thing here. Let's just move those aside and line those up a little better. You have the Krampus head on there. It works, not the right skin tone and whatnot. Obviously smaller head, and then the Krampus head, I can have it just rust on there, and yeah, that is what that is. And here is Krampus with a whole bunch of 6-inch scale stuff, so you can see what that looks like. Obviously Santa Claus and Zombie Santa Claus are going to be the same. I'll bring out Zombie Santa Claus so you can see it next to like more 7-inch scale stuff for the most part. I threw in the zombie figure from Return of the Living Dead because I had the Zombie Santa Claus in there. But as you can see, there's your more 7-inch scale stuff for the most part. And yeah, so he's small for that. He works with others. You will be able to decide how you use it. Overall, are these fun to mess with? Absolutely. Are they worth the price? I don't think so. I think they're more a $30 figure. I know it's a startup, but I just don't know if these are worth like close to $40 and some change after shipping. But they are fun to mess around with. So if you want to pick them up, head over to Big Bad Toy Store. If you have any comments about anything you saw in the video, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Share your thoughts. I'm curious what you guys thought. And with that being said, I will catch you next time. Until we meet again, great googly moogly.